See, fundamentally you work with multiple fractured softwares. When you work with your dad, you have a separate software. When you work with your mom, you have a separate software. When you work with your father, friends, you have a separate software. You are multiple fractured softwares. Now I am putting one software of oneness to do power manifestation. It is too small compared to the load which is around you. You are so comfortable in playing with all those softwares. It takes little time for this new software. After it manifests powers, it starts influencing all the other softwares. Then in few days, it makes all the other irrelevant, redundant. Then this overpowers and makes you, that oneness becomes your fundamental cognition where you park yourself. Till then, I go on supporting you, holding you in me. Understand? That is why, even if you don't feel, you are made to manifest powers so that you will have confidence on the software. So that virtuous circle starts happening. See, usually what you do, you don't have confidence on this truth. So the confidence does not manifest as power. It's a vicious circle. Here, I am infusing the energy and make you manifest the power. That gives you confidence on the software, and confidence gives more power gives more confidence. It becomes virtuous circle. Pushing your life from vicious circle to virtuous circle is the job of the Guru. That's the job of the Guru. And supporting you, holding you during this push and making sure you are successful is my job. When the power manifestation evolves, he will lose taste over those silly fellows. See, I am not against them. He will understand what they are showing as them is only a skin deep. If he starts reading their mind, he will never watch them. They are all completely depressed. I am telling you. If you enjoy them too much, you will grasp their depression. Now, when he starts, now only he started manifesting. So the powers is manifesting. The powers will become powerful cognition in next few weeks. Then he will lose taste over them. You will see, he will not see anything other than me. See, no, it's not pride. Please don't understand. It is all about your depth. If your depth is only about a superficial, this fair and lovely game, you will enjoy those things. If your depth is wow, then you will enjoy only the deeper level beings. It's all about depth. His depth will start changing maybe in next 2-3 weeks. And suddenly he will lose taste over all of them. He will understand all of them are depressed. Screen is different. Depth of the being is different. You understand?
Yes.
His depth of being is increasing now. His frequency is increasing now. He is ferociously manifesting powers. Now, you will see suddenly all this you will find irrelevant and redundant. That takes few days. You will see suddenly all of them. He himself will lose taste for all of that. I tell you, only if your tastes are superficial, you will be enjoying that Mickey Mouse, Tom and Jerry, all those things. All these things. When you start developing the depth, only Hanuman, that Ramayana, Mahabharata, those things you will start enjoying. They try to claim ours is myth, but I will prove they are the myth. Theirs is the fairy tale. The depth increases the taste of what you enjoy. His depth will increase now, change now. Then his taste will start changing. Until then, don't disturb him. Don't make him feel that something has been snatched from him. Let him enjoy. He will start deleting one day. Stupid fellow, what is there? Too shallow. Really, things will look too shallow for him. And he will start making he will start feeling all of them are irrelevant, redundant. And you guys don't forcibly try to snatch away from him. He will drop it on his own. When his higher identity grows, he will feel all these are irrelevant and he will throw it. Allow organic growth. Understand one thing. Let organic growth happen. See, even in you, ferociousness does not mean destroying you. Ferociousness means infusing intensity, but organically moving. Not creating conflicts. Not creating conflicts. Actually, ferociousness will never create conflict. It will only grow organically. Ferociousness is nothing but intense completion. It cannot create complication. Any of you, do not do anything unorganic. Allow ferociousness, but in a very organic way. Evolving with more and more understanding, more and more powerful cognitions, more and more power manifestation, more and more of organic way of building. It's the instruction for all of you. Do not get touched by any common low-level human energies, especially when you are going through this process. Permanently itself, if you avoid, it's good. See, you being successful outside with your clients is maybe different because maybe they are lower energy than you. But here, the huge work I am doing on them, you may be interfering with them, which is not required. Understand? Better to avoid here. That is one. Even in the regular life, any physical touch with the person who is not, if you are very sure the other person is in a higher consciousness, okay, it's good. Even if you have a doubt, better don't allow. Because that person's energy is going to enter into you. Why do you want to damage you? Hands are the way your energy is given or taken. That is why this blessing, to release. Understand? That is why when you come for receiving energization, you are asked to raise your hand. Even here if you see, only Rudras and Rudraganyas who are celibates are allowed to touch you while you are doing yoga. If they are married, even if they are yoga teachers, they are not allowed to touch your body, touch you. See, observe. Even if they are yogacharyas, if they are married, they are not allowed to touch you. Only the celibates are allowed to touch you and correct your postures while you are doing yoga. It's too important, especially when we are working on bioenergy. See, after we establish and you go, you may not need to follow these so many things so strictly and all that, but while we are working, it is required. For example, some of these powers, not some, almost all of these powers are diet free. I recommend not to take non-veg, so you will be healthy and all that. But even if you eat non-veg, the powers will not go away from you. Once it is established in biology. But while I am working, if you take non-veg, I will not be able to install it in the biology. It disturbs. During this 31 days, your diet has to be this. Because I am just like making it root in your system. Even sleeping and breathing in my breathing space has its own power. It has its own power in that energy field. One good thing, by the end of this program, you will be established permanently into the higher consciousness. And every day before morning going for your work, apply a little bit of vibhuti or aushadha in your hand, so that you only give higher energy, you don't receive lower energy. This on and off is nothing but it is already gone into your muscle memory. It has not yet gone into your biomemory. Just little more ferocious understanding and little more ferocious oneness. That's all. See, don't try to force. Force is different. Completion is different. Find what kind of a thought current is disturbing your oneness continuously and complete them. Then the intensity of the oneness will increase. For example, constantly if your mind is stuck in some insecurity while you are doing the power manifestation, hitting the thought is not the solution. Find what is the pattern that is sending these thought currents into me, like a water bubbles in the fish tank. Catching each water bubble and collapsing is not going to work. Stop the source, which is releasing the water bubbles. That pattern. Catch it and complete. Drop. You will see suddenly the intensity of the oneness increases. Sometimes few powers manifest.
Okay.
That does not mean the whole space has become clear. Understand, fundamentally, when you are young, your third eye is not eroded and corroded and not energized also. I need to only do the energizing process and put my software over. When you have grown up, it is eroded and corroded and not energized. So, energizing is a second job for me. Electric connection, I can just put my thumb over. But removing the old software and putting my software only is doing this whole detoxification and this work. Understand what I am saying? That is what is taking few days time. But I commit with you, I will do it for you. Scientific community is spending billions of dollars even to do one small breakthrough in the field which we are working, where we are casually playing. Making them all understand it is possible. Very clearly, with a chastity towards Hinduism. Many of these fellows have come to me. They all tried to tell me that make it a little more secular that we can take it to the world. I said, get lost. I am very clear. You have to apply Jnananjana, only then it will manifest. You have to put Kandarudraksha, only then it will manifest. I am very clear that be uncompromised way integrated to Sanatana Dharma, then I am ready to share with them. 4 or 5 years before itself, this scientific community has smelled me and take this science, leaving the lifestyle. I said, I will not. I am not interested. I am very clear. See, lot of disrespect has been done to Hinduism. They stole our knowledge and disrespected the source. This time I am very clear. Only for fanatic Hindus I am going to give. I expect all my disciples to be fanatic Hindus. Hinduism has no fanaticism. Fundamentally, if you follow all the principles, you will become an amazing being. This materialization, all this antimatter. Stupid fellows, they are spending billions on producing antimatters. I can just like that produce full cup of antimatter to them in 2 minutes and give them. What is antimatter? Antimatter is, see, during the materialization, the thing has to disintegrate and move to time. And then after that, move to wherever it needs to go, length, breadth, depth. And then it need to get assembled. That moving through the time, it becomes antimatter. Then gets assembled into length and breadth and depth. This small particles to teleport, they are doing so many experiments, these, that, everything. Maybe if you get in the controlled conditions, I can do it and give this science to them. Let the world have this science. I am only fanatic about Hinduism and retaining this lifestyle. That's the reason I am from the beginning I wanted this to be like this. Otherwise, all these are possibility. We can take it to the world. See, once the powerful cognition starts manifesting and power starts manifesting, now after that it's all about your creativity. That's all. It's all about your creativity. Ultimately, powerful cognitions have their own self-intelligence. They do not let the destruction of the universe happen. See, Ashwatthama, Arjuna, both had Brahmastra. But Krishna made sure that universe is not destroyed. All of you are getting what I am saying, that Mahabharata story. Even though both sides had Brahmastra, Krishna made sure that universe is not destroyed. So the powers are always given with that kind of a powerful cognitions, where end of the day it is not destroying the universe. So end of the day it is always expression of the universe. You see, it's actually Krishna wanted, you see, Krishna was the best DNA. He was the breakthrough of his time. He wanted out of his DNA the whole Bharat to flourish. That's the reason his own sister and his own Arjuna, so it's Krishna's DNA into Arjuna's body, gave birth to Abhimanyu. But unfortunately, the Abhimanyu experiment was intensity but not continuity. So that is the reason Abhimanyu's DNA was taken. Subhadra, his Uttara, his son, and Krishna adds continuity into it. To check the continuity only, he uses the Brahmastra to test it, whether the baby is able to withstand the Brahmastra. Then he delivers. From him only the Bharata, the whole Bharata Vamsa. That is why I am saying India cannot be destroyed, because our DNA is Brahmastra tested. In the whole test tube, he has tested it with Brahmastra. If you know the story, you can understand what I am explaining. You understand what I am saying? This is what exactly happened. So we are intensity and continuity. Brahmastra tested. We are all Yadavas. The whole India is Yadava, because there is nobody left after the Mahabharata other than now the Bharata Vamsa. Parikshitu, Janamejaya, Bharata. Nobody left. We are all Yadavas, actually. See this, how you guys are moving the matter and playing with all these. Scientists are spending billions of dollars and years on it. I think soon I'll make all these biology circuits, make it more and more available. Like today how I said, with a little bit of organizing and these machines, we can demonstrate it. We can demonstrate it. The matter creating, antimatter creating, and moreover this guy says now that no energy can be created. Now only in the length LBD zone, length, breadth, depth, no energy can be created. It can only be converted, it cannot be destroyed and all. Not in time zone. Because he never experienced time zone. Only the LBD zone laws have become a universal law. See, all the ideas generated about God, generated about physics in the West, they are all so incompetent because they have tested only LBD, length, breadth, depth dimension. They have not tested the time dimension or space dimension. So all these conclusions, theories, proposals, researches had to be based on, see, all hypothesis has to be based on space-time. Because their dimension itself was not open to them. No, energy can be created. Energy can be created. Energy can be manifested, manipulated, played with. Anything. That is what I am proving. I am claiming and proving. Understand? Energy can be generated, maintained, manipulated, played with, destroyed, deluded, and distorted, and liberated. Maybe with a little more work I can show it to the world. These are possible. See, with initiation, with few of you I am showing. In a very small scale now we are working. Maybe we can, as long as you guys can come up with a structure to take this to the world without compromising on the source, I'll be happy to share. And I'm very clear this time. We need to hold on to the original truth. See, all these fellows, these foreign going NRI gurus, the moment they get one or two small things from our tradition, immediately they just negate the whole tradition, take this and they know how to package it and sell it, and never bother about keeping the source alive for the future. This time I am very clear, I wanted to keep the source alive, and source gets the credit. Yes. Source gets the credit, and that's my first priority. That's my first priority. So with this we can demonstrate it to them that antimatter creation all is just a few dollar work, not few $1 billion work. I think they don't know. I feel they are too poor by not knowing the Vedic tradition or not knowing the possibilities of the Vedic tradition. Only when I am reading what they are doing in every field, the same way parallel universe, such a Bondu theory, this whole parallel universe, what they are doing, completely missing the fundamental realities. See, it is never a parallel, it is multi-level. It can never be parallel. Parallel means two. You always think in a duality, in the binary. See, darkness does not make light dual. In thinking only you try to equate light, darkness, dual. No, but in reality, darkness does not make light dual, it makes light multiple, because the darkness, the moment it comes to exist, it makes the light space into multiple, not dual. I don't know, you are catching what I am saying. You see, intense light. If a darkness comes to exist, do you think only two exist? Multiple exists. You are catching what I am saying. In reality, it is multiple. But in logic, you always think in binary. Whole dark, you generalize it and put it as darkness. Whole light, you generalize and put it as a light. And you continue to do the stupidity of light and darkness dual. In reality, it is not dual. In reality, it is multiple. In actuality, I don't know how many of you are catching what I am saying. See, intense light shaft. Let's imagine. And dark patch. If you bring the dark patch into the intense light shaft, logically you think light, darkness, dual. No, it does not need to be cancelling or complementing and all that. I am dual. Once the dual comes, then plus or minus or adds beauty or it's a curse to each other, all that is, I am not looking, I am not going for the equations derived, I am looking at existential change. The existential change is not light darkness duality. The darkness makes the light into multiple existence. When the darkness comes to exist in the intense light, every side of the darkness, the light manifesting, is independent. Understand? So in reality, it is not 1 and 1. It is not 1 and minus 1. How you logically try to understand darkness and light forms duality? No. The binary thought current is stupidity. Life is not binary. Because of binary thought current only, they are developing a theory of parallel universe. In physics, it is not parallel, it is multi-level, multiple. The moment the second existence came, it is no more dual, it is multiple. Two does not make one into two. Two makes, the moment existence of second comes, it becomes multiple. Never two. The reality, now you are reading. In everything, every level, this is the truth. They can be, even if they read little bit of Agamas and Upanishads, with a mood to learn, they will catch it. See, I think with that zero compromise integrity only, I am going to keep this science truly alive.
Yes.
See, I am not looking at making some big buildings here, now and all that. I am looking at leaving few million enlightened beings carrying this torch forever and continuing it with integrity. So for them, the important thing I need to drill is integrity. So for that, I have to be demonstrating the life. My next generation also will not be able to corrupt. See, now all these kids whom I am bringing up, they all know how dedicated I am.
Yeah.
And then it gets inscribed into them, into their DNA. So they also have to maintain it. Understand?
Yes.
That is what is my biggest responsibility. My biggest responsibility is not just giving them power. Giving them power is 2 minutes job for me. Giving them responsibility and powerful cognition. That is where 80% of my time goes. It is like a consciousness. It tastes like a metal rubbed on your tongue. When you meditate on oneness in this region, your tongue will feel as if metal being rubbed on it. When you feel that, then you can be sure that a Shivoham material is manifesting. It is actually a kind of a super matter. I can't say it's a matter or antimatter, it's a super matter. That is what actually I give during initiation to you. After initiation, why the honey and bay leaf is given to you, to soothe your tongue, otherwise you will feel like as if you chewed the metal. As if you swallowed the metal. Because this Shivoham material is a super matter. Mahadeva gives 5 types. One, in the intense heat, like a all around fire and under the sun. You guys are not immediately able to do that. That's why I am not teaching you that. And the second, in the air. And the pole yoga is on the earth and on water and on levitation. Of course, the levitation, your body needs to happen, needs to be trained. That is why we are not doing. So these are the methodology to train you to that. So master these two. These are all the same sutra. What you are doing sitting on the floor, the same thing you are expected to do on both. All of you are understanding? So, do the same on both. Once your body is ready, I will make you do the same on water. Then, without even water, on the air, on the levitated body, you can do the same thing. That's all. Right. It's called Akada. In Varanasi, if you go to Kashi, Varanasi, even now in the Akadas, they practice this Malakamba and rope yoga. The original name in Agama is called Shivastamba. In the modern day, they call it Malakamba. And few hundred years before, in the Shivaji's time, in Maharashtra, central India, it became very popular. But otherwise it is from original scriptures. It is all one, like a downloading of the software, that's all. Just your system need to be detoxified to receive me, that's all. Nothing else. Increasing the depth of your cognitions. The cognitions with which you are playing and operating, thinking. Increasing the depths of that cognition. In every level of your personal life, thinking, business, for all your business problems also try to find solution from this powerful cognition itself. Then you will see you manifest powers intensely. Do not think these powerful cognitions are spiritual and your business and relationship problems need to be dealt with some other principle. No. These principles are capable of solving everything. Start dealing with everything with these principles, you will manifest powers. Because they will occupy much of your inner space. The space from which the idea of origin originates. The space where will realizes its manifestation. For example, when you are manifesting power, you are giving instruction but you don't believe it is going to happen, but suddenly it happens. For that 1 second you touch Hiranyagarbha.
So this can be applied to the power manifestation.
See, you are giving instruction but you don't believe it is really going to move, but you think suddenly it starts moving. For that second you touch Hiranyagarbha.
You can't think about it.
It cannot be remembered. It cannot be you cannot catch it by memory. You can catch it only by your breath.
Okay.
Your breathing is the rope to catch, not your memory. Memory is too shallow. Memory is too superficial. Breathing is more solid.